Okay, stop. Whatever you're doing right now, eating, sleeping, living your life, put it down. Because I need to tell you about the most unbelievable thing that happened at the 2026 World Cup. And it involves a 40-year-old man, a tiny island nation, and the complete humiliation of Spain. June 15th, 2026, FIFA World Cup, Group H Spain, ranked number 2 in the world, defending European champions. Yamal, Pedri, a squad packed with world-class talent. Their opponent, Cape Verde. A country so small you probably had to look it up on a map. A collection of islands off the coast of West Africa with a population of around 500,000 people. And this was their first ever World Cup match. When you're making your World Cup debut against one of the best teams on the planet, you need a hero. Cape Verde found theirs in the most unexpected place imaginable. A 40-year-old goalkeeper who plays in the second division of Portuguese football. Meet Vozinha. His real name is Josimar José Evora Dias. But when he moved to Angola to play football, there was already a goalkeeper named Josimar on the team. Rather than wear Josimar II on his shirt, he chose a new nickname. That nickname was Vozinha. And what happened next became World Cup history. Spain completely dominated the match. They recorded 27 shots. 27! Yamal was creating chances. Pedri was pulling the strings in midfield. Spain controlled possession and looked certain to score. But standing in their way was Vozinha, a goalkeeper old enough to remember Spain's rise to football greatness. A player competing far away from the spotlight in Portugal's second tier. And for 90 minutes, he refused to let Spain score. 7 saves, one-on-one chances denied, headers denied, long-range shots denied. Everything Spain threw at him was turned away. Spain hit the post. Spain hit the crossbar. The pressure never stopped, but neither did Vozinha. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read Spain 0, Cape Verde 0, one of the biggest World Cup upsets ever based on FIFA rankings. And the records didn't stop there. Vozinha became the oldest goalkeeper in history to keep a clean sheet on his World Cup debut. He also became the third oldest goalkeeper ever to keep a clean sheet in a World Cup match, joining legendary names like Peter Shilton and Dano Zoff, all at the age of 40. For perspective, Yamal is just 18 years old. There is a 22-year age gap between the goalkeeper making history and one of football's brightest young stars. Then came the moment that made the story even more powerful. When the match ended, Vozinha collapsed near his goal. Not because he was injured, not because he was exhausted, because he was crying. When reporters asked why, he spoke about his grandparents. He explained that they had raised him and sacrificed everything for him. But they had passed away years before and weren't there to witness the greatest moment of his career. He said he cried because of them. He also spoke about generations of Cape Verdeans who had dreamed of seeing their nation compete on football's biggest stage. For decades, it was only a dream. Now, it was reality. And they had announced themselves to the world by holding one of football's giants scoreless. Then the internet took over. Before the match, Vozinha had around 50,000 Instagram followers. By the end of the day, that number had exploded into the millions. Football fans everywhere were sharing his story. Highlight videos flooded social media. People who had never heard of Cape Verde suddenly knew the name Vozinha. He became one of the breakout stars of the entire tournament. Not because he scored a goal. Not because of controversy, not because of a viral dance, but because he delivered one unforgettable performance when his country needed him most. And maybe that's why this story resonates with so many people. It's the story of a kid from a small island nation who believed he belonged on the world's biggest stage. A player who spent years grinding through football's lower divisions. A man who kept working, waiting, and believing. And when the opportunity finally arrived, he seized it. Spain had the stars, Spain had the reputation, Spain had the history. But on that day, Cape Verde had Vozinha. And that was enough. Remember the name? Vozinha. Because this is exactly why people love the World Cup. The Giants don't always win. And sometimes one man with a pair of gloves can shock the entire football world. Also, Spain had 27 shots and still couldn't score. That's a detail nobody in Cape Verde will ever let them forget.